What if we could 3D print our buildings? Innovators have spent years trying to scale up 3D printing to be able to quickly build structures like this, or even this. As our cities continue to grow and expand, we need to build structures faster, cheaper, and more efficiently. Here's how 3D printing will reshape the construction industry. 3D printers sequentially layer materials to create three-dimensional objects with the help of computers. While the technology has been around since the 1980s, it wasn't until the 2000s that it became cheaper and far more accessible across multiple industries. 3D printing is currently being used in product design and manufacturing, consumer electronics, dental and medical applications, food, and finally, construction on Earth and beyond. 3D printing was originally used for small-scale prototypes, but advances in the technology have made it possible to build full-scale structures, such as bridges and homes. Today, 3D printed structures can be seen around the world, whether that's Germany, Canada, the United Arab Emirates, or the Netherlands. They are changing how we think about and design buildings. In Beckum, Germany, this 3D printed house has officially been inaugurated. While it more or less functions the same as a traditionally built home, its key difference lies in its appearance. Its facade features the visual trademarks of any 3D printed structure. Its walls have a distinct layered texture that's indicative of its construction process. Materials were carefully layered on top of each other as fast as 3.6 feet per second by a mechanical arm, bringing the design to life. If you'd like to see a 3D printed home for yourself, head on over to the wilds near Kootenay Lake in Canada. The Fibonacci house is available for rent on Airbnb. The 301 square foot home was printed in just 11 days, and it's the first step of an initiative to roll out more affordable housing. Dubai is home to the largest 3D printed building ever constructed. The 6,900 square foot structure was built by one 3D printer and 3 workers. This building is just the start for Dubai. It wants to 3D print 25% of its buildings by 2030. 3D printing isn't just going to be used to construct buildings. In the Dutch town of Nijmegen, a 3D printed concrete bridge spans 95 feet. It's reportedly the world's longest 3D printed concrete pedestrian bridge. The bridge was printed out in sections, then pieced together on site in a local park. With computer-aided design and manufacturing now commonplace in the construction industry, it's only a matter of time until 3D printing sees widespread use on construction sites around the world. The race to use the technology could solve a lot of issues experts predict will emerge in the coming decades, namely the problem of housing shortages. In areas with rapidly growing populations, it can be a challenge to build housing fast enough and at an affordable cost. An estimated 3.5 million new homes will need to be built in the United States alone by 2025. 3D printing seems to be a surefire way to catch up with demand, at least in theory. While the printers themselves are relatively expensive and can be difficult to transport from site to site, the cost of printing an individual building is fairly low. 3D printers can also only print the structure of the house. The plumbing, wiring, insulation, and fixtures still need to be installed. The expense of the machines makes it hard for traditional construction companies to adopt the new technology into their workflow. On top of this, using the equipment properly comes with its own set of specific skills, and with the construction industry facing labor shortages, it may be difficult to hire and train enough new people to handle the complex, expensive equipment. Still, 3D printing remains to be a hopeful glimpse into the future of construction. Despite all the risks and difficulties, the promise of faster, cheaper, and safer construction projects will change the world.